Hey, Raiders fans, the buzz around Las Vegas has been absolutely electric lately. And today we have a deep dive into all the latest developments surrounding our team. Everyone is talking about who could step in as the next head coach, and there is a sense of both excitement and tension as we try to piece together the puzzle. Right now, it seems that the Raiders' focus is on two main candidates, Davis Webb and Clint Kubik, and each comes with their own unique appeal and potential impact on the franchise. The conversations inside the building are reportedly intense, with executives weighing every possible outcome and evaluating what each option could mean for the team's future. The presence of Davis Webb has created a lot of speculation, having him in the facility, observing, and possibly interviewing has raised eyebrows across the league. While the Raiders see him as a promising candidate, recent news regarding the Denver Broncos has added layers of uncertainty, with the Broncos parting ways with offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi, who has been a longtime lieutenant for Sean Payton. It opens the door for potential movement that could affect the Raiders' plans. The NFL operates under strict protocols, meaning no team can simply hand over a position without following the proper channels. But there are ways to encourage continuity and retention. Webb's involvement in the interview process for a head coaching position in Las Vegas coincides with these shifts, which suggests that the league's coaching carousel is creating a complex scenario. Fans are understandably anxious about how this will unfold if the Broncos choose to elevate Webb to an offensive coordinator role. It could derail the Raiders' hopes of securing him as head coach. The allure of staying within a familiar system under a coach he already knows, like Sean Payton, might be more appealing to Webb than starting fresh in a completely new environment. This reality introduces a level of strategic urgency for Las Vegas. The front office has to navigate these waters carefully, balancing the possibility of landing Kubik, waiting out the Super Bowl schedule, and making sure they do not miss their chance to secure a top-tier candidate. The Raiders cannot afford to gamble too heavily, as history has shown how verbal agreements and preliminary understandings can sometimes fall through. Clint Kubik represents another exciting possibility. Many fans have been vocal about their enthusiasm for him, seeing him as a modern, dynamic coach who could bring innovation and discipline to the Raiders. However, there are timing constraints that complicate his potential hire. With the Super Bowl still ongoing, any formal agreement or contract signing will have to wait, which forces the Raiders to consider interim measures or verbal assurances. The league has seen situations where prospective coaches back out or reconsider at the last moment, and the Raiders clearly want to avoid such a scenario if Kubik remains engaged elsewhere or decides to stay put. The Raiders could find themselves in a precarious position, with limited high-caliber options remaining, aside from Webb and Kubik. Other names are circulating, although none carry the same immediate excitement or clear connection to the team. Coordinators from other franchises, such as the Rams, are being mentioned, along with potential dark horse candidates who could bring a fresh approach. Each of these possibilities comes with varying degrees of experience, risk, and fit for the silver and black. The key for the Raiders is not just to fill the position, but to ensure that whoever steps into the role can align with the team's long-term vision, foster player development, and build a strong, cohesive coaching staff. Timing and decisiveness are critical because the wrong move or delay could leave the team scrambling. While other franchises secure top talent, Webb's potential as a head coach goes beyond his limited experience in play calling. Observers point to his time on the sidelines during preseason games as evidence of his ability to manage game flow and connect with players. His relationships with potential coaching staff and his innovative approach to offense could provide the Raiders with a distinct edge. Additionally, his familiarity with quarterback development is seen as a significant advantage, particularly for a team looking to establish a consistent, forward-looking strategy. Webb's personality and leadership qualities suggest that he could command respect in the locker room, while remaining approachable and effective with players, offering a balance of authority and relatability that is crucial for any NFL coach. Fans have debated the merits of promoting Webb versus bringing in Kubik, with many weighing the potential upside of a young, innovative mind against the experience and strategic acumen of a more established figure. This is a common narrative across the league whenever a team faces the choice between youthful promise and proven competency. In Webb's case, the opportunity to step into a head coaching role could propel him into national recognition if he succeeds. Echoing the path of other recent first-time head coaches who made significant impacts early in their tenure, Kubik conversely, could bring structure, advanced schematics, and a more immediate sense of stability, which might appeal to a team looking to make an instant statement. Both paths have risks and rewards, and the Raiders' management has to weigh them carefully. As developments continue, it is clear that the next few weeks will be decisive, with other teams filling their head coaching vacancies and opportunities shifting rapidly. The Raiders are in a competitive position, but only if they act decisively. Each interview, each conversation, and each evaluation matters. The organization must balance patience with urgency, ensuring that they do not let prime candidates slip through their fingers. The interplay between the Raiders and other teams, particularly the Broncos, adds another layer of complexity, as league rules and internal decisions can influence outcomes in unexpected ways. Understanding the broader coaching landscape is essential for anticipating how these moves might play out. For fans, this is a thrilling yet tense period. Speculation runs high, and every report or rumor is dissected for meaning. Discussions about potential coaching styles, locker room management, offensive innovation, and alignment with team culture are all at the forefront. The Raiders' leadership is under pressure to make informed, strategic decisions that will have a long-term impact on the team's trajectory. The outcome of these decisions will shape the identity of the team, affect player development, and set the tone for future seasons. Every choice counts, and the eyes of fans and analysts alike are watching closely as the organization navigates this critical moment in its history. As the Raiders continue to navigate this coaching search, every detail seems to carry monumental importance. The atmosphere within the organization is reportedly tense but charged with optimism. As executives deliberate on how best to approach potential candidates, Davis Webb remains a tantalizing option, largely because of his innovative mind and the relationships he has built across the league. His time in the NFL has given him insight into offensive strategy, quarterback development, and player dynamics. Even if he hasn't yet held a full-time head coaching position, the team recognizes that choosing a candidate with high potential, even if unproven, could pay enormous dividends in the coming years. Clint Kubik, on the other hand, represents a more conventional path, but one that is equally compelling. He brings a wealth of experience as a defensive strategist and is known for his ability to read opposing offenses and adjust game plans effectively. While his style differs from Webb's, it is the Raiders' responsibility to consider which approach best fits the team's roster and long-term vision. Kubik's track record suggests a level of stability and structure, qualities that could immediately benefit a locker room looking for direction. However, with the Super Bowl still ongoing, timing issues complicate matters. The Raiders must weigh the possibility of securing a verbal agreement against the risk that circumstances could change before a formal contract is signed. The coaching search isn't happening in isolation. League-wide developments have a direct impact on what the Raiders can achieve. Other teams have recently filled positions that might have drawn the Raiders' interest, which narrows the pool of available high-caliber candidates. The Bills have committed to Joe Brady as their head coach, and the Titans have signed Brian Daboll as their offensive coordinator. Each of these moves reshapes the competitive landscape and makes it more urgent for the Raiders to act decisively. Opportunities that seemed possible a few weeks ago might no longer exist, and the organization must remain proactive to avoid being left with fewer options. Fans and analysts alike are keeping a close eye on Webb's trajectory. Despite his relative inexperience, there are indicators that he could become a transformative figure if given the opportunity. His brief stints as a play caller have demonstrated his ability to read defenses, adjust schemes on the fly, and work with young quarterbacks to maximize their potential. More importantly, Webb's leadership style appears to resonate with players. He is reportedly the kind of coach who balances authority with relatability, someone who can inspire confidence while fostering collaboration. This combination could prove essential for a team like the Raiders, who need a coach capable of uniting a diverse roster and instilling a sense of identity. The calculus for Kubik is equally nuanced. His defensive expertise and ability to organize complex game plans could address some of the Raiders' most pressing strategic needs. He is seen as disciplined, innovative, and capable of elevating the performance of both veterans and younger players. However, his path to Las Vegas is contingent on external factors, namely the conclusion of the Super Bowl and potential commitments elsewhere. The uncertainty surrounding timing makes it critical for the Raiders to have contingency plans and maintain open communication with all top candidates. A misstep could leave the team scrambling And with the league moving as quickly as it does, opportunities lost today may not return tomorrow. The Raiders' approach to these interviews has been methodical. Multiple rounds of discussions with candidates like Webb suggest a deliberate strategy, balancing evaluation with relationship building. Each conversation allows the team to assess coaching philosophy, leadership style, and compatibility with the Raiders' existing culture. Similarly, Kubak's potential interviews are structured to gauge his vision for the team, his adaptability, and his approach to managing personnel. This thoroughness reflects the high stakes involved and the recognition that hiring the right head coach is foundational to long-term success. Beyond Webb and Kubak, the Raiders are also exploring other possibilities. While these candidates may not generate the same level of excitement, they still offer intriguing potential. Coordinators from other franchises, including the Rams, are being discussed as potential options. Additionally, some lesser-known candidates could bring unique perspectives and innovative approaches that might benefit the team. The organization's willingness to consider these alternatives demonstrates a pragmatic mindset. While they have preferred choices, they remain flexible enough to adapt if circumstances demand. This adaptability is crucial in a league where change can occur rapidly and unpredictably. Player development is a key consideration in this process. Webb's experience as a quarterback himself is viewed as a significant asset, particularly for a team seeking to cultivate young talent at that position. His understanding of the mental and physical demands of the role allows him to provide guidance that is both practical and strategic. Kubak, while coming from a defensive background, has demonstrated an ability to mentor players and optimize their performance within complex systems. Ultimately, the Raiders' decision will hinge not just on current performance, but on which candidate offers the best potential for sustainable growth, both for the team as a whole and for individual players within the roster. The Raiders' management must also consider the broader implications of their choice. The NFL is a league defined by momentum, perception, and timing. Hiring the right coach can energize a fan base, attract top-tier talent, and signal a commitment to excellence. Conversely, a miscalculated decision could hinder progress, create uncertainty, and impact team morale. The delicate balance between patience and urgency is at the heart of this process. Every meeting, every conversation, and every evaluation carries weight, as the organization strives to make a choice that aligns with both short-term competitiveness and long-term vision. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has set the NFL rumor mill ablaze, whispers from sources close to the league suggest that Tom Brady may be preparing a bold and potentially controversial offer to lure Mike VRABEL away from the New England Patriots. According to insiders, the legendary quarterback, who has already cemented his status as one of the greatest to ever play the game, is reportedly eyeing a post-playoff shakeup that could send shockwaves through the league, convincing VRABEL to leave his head coaching position in New England to join the Las Vegas Raiders. Brady's alleged maneuver has been described by some as unconventional at best and borderline illegal by others familiar with NFL protocols regarding tampering and coaching contracts. While specifics of the offer remain murky, speculation ranges from a massive financial incentive to a promise of unprecedented control over team strategy, an allure that could tempt even a coach as loyal and disciplined as VRABEL. The Patriots faithful, still loyal to the blueprint laid out by Bill Belichick and sustained by VRABEL's steady hand, would certainly be alarmed at the notion of losing one of their defensive cornerstones to a rival franchise. Sources suggest that Brady, now in a more executive-like role in football circles, is leveraging not just his storied name but his personal relationship with VRABEL, cultivated during their years together in New England. The chemistry between player and coach has long been credited for some of the Patriots' most disciplined defensive displays, and the idea of rekindling that partnership in a new environment has become a tantalizing talking point among analysts. For the Raiders, the potential arrival of VRABEL could signify a dramatic shift in identity. A team long searching for defensive consistency might suddenly find itself transformed by a coach who commands respect and instills rigor at every level. As the off-season chatter heats up, league insiders caution that nothing is confirmed. The complexities of NFL contracts, combined with Brady's penchant for thinking outside the box, make this story ripe for speculation. One thing is certain: if these rumors bear any weight, the fallout could be monumental. Not just for the Patriots or Raiders, but for the entire coaching landscape in the NFL. Fans and pundits alike are left wondering, is this Brady's last card? A masterstroke of football chess? Or just another tantalizing whisper in a league fueled by ambition and audacity? That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.